Hello and welcome to the 6th annual Inter-High between Windhoek High School and Windhoek Gymnasium. I am Irene Marie van der Walt, obviously enjoying a switch with my co-commentator.
Francia Malan.
Francois, how are you feeling? There's a little bit of a coastal weather, I dare say, going on here at the Inter-High. How are you feeling about these games?
I'm feeling great about the games. I feel like the schools are doing very great, and yeah, the weather is also really great. Not gonna lie.
So this is obviously a very, very nice weather to play in, but it's the dangerous weather because it's the weather where you find yourself absolutely dripping in sweat by the end. Francois, as a former hockey player, what's the best antidote?
Um, I feel like the best weather to play in is rather the winter weather, the colder weather, because the summer weather you are literally burning on the field. So I feel like winter weather would be better because then it's not too hot and it's not too cold.
And there we see Windhoek Gymnasium in possession of the ball.
And VRS goalie just kicked away the ball, and Gymnasium is trying their best to get the ball into the and a shot corner.
So, Francois, the Inter-High has been going on for a couple of days now. The hockey is merely one of the sport codes offered here. How have you enjoyed the Inter-High thus far?
So far we've only had the hockey and the soccer, and then yesterday the teachers' matches, which was very funny and surprising because I didn't know teachers have such talent. And yeah, the teachers won actually some of the matches. But yeah, this morning we also had the big brag, which was also very exciting. But yeah, now we just have our hockey, and the soccer is almost done.
I mean, the big brag, obviously, a very, very big part of the Inter-High culture, of the culture I think that Windhoek High School and Windhoek Gymnasium share, and a very, very beautiful moment. I get goosebumps every time I see it. It's so much fun to watch. Almost makes me feel like I was one of them. Give us the first-person point of view. What it's like, what is it like being part of a sea of blue at the big brag?
Um, I was part of the BBRAC, obviously. It was very fun, but it's also very loud. VRS made an amazing entrance of the kudu like falling out of the roof, which was also very surprising. And yeah, the schools competed with there was dance-offs, the sing-offs, obviously. But yeah, it was very fun and exciting.
Fantastic. I see there Windhoek High School took beautiful possession of the ball there. That is Windhoek High School absolutely dashing after that ball. A goalie very lazily coming afterwards. Not a lot of effort needed for that one, I think, Francois.
Yes, of course not. But I see they are starting again, and now they are passing to the VRS goal.
No, that is Windhoek Gymnasium very much in possession of the ball there. Okay, now that is Windhoek High School. You win this one, Francois.
Yes.
That is Windhoek Gymnasium absolutely putting their backs and their pinky toes into their defense there.
VRS is on their way of trying to get the ball into the goalie coast. But their gymnasium got the ball again and is trying to defend against VRS. And I see the ball is again in the VRS's half.
I must say these girls, the Windhoek High School girls, made quite the impression at the NSSU hockey finals in last year. So it is exciting to see Windhoek High School back out on the AstroTurf. I don't think I've seen them in quite a couple of months. Obviously, it takes a bit of warming up this early because, you know, hockey is a winter sport and it's really hard to play winter sport in summer weather. Yeah, but it is really, really nice to see the Windhoek High School girls out on the Astro again.
Yes, it is of course very exciting to see them. Not just the Windhoek High School learners, but also the gymnasium players. It's very exciting. But I see the gymnasium learners are taking the short corner that is taking place right now. And their gymnasium has the ball.
That is Windhoek High School taking possession of the ball. Windhoek High School sending the ball along, struggling to keep it amidst a very, very strong defense from the Windhoek Gymnasium girls. Gymnasium takes possession of the ball. Short pass forward, missed pass there, and that's a stray ball. Will somebody take ownership of the stray ball? Nobody knows. Suspense. That is Windhoek High School in possession of the ball, sending it backward, back to their end of the court, and that is Windhoek Gymnasium intercepting there, struggling to keep up with their ball. Windhoek High School takes possession right by the sidelines. That is Windhoek High School taking possession of the ball.
I see Windhoek High School just pass the ball forward, and the Gymnasium players are trying their best to get possession, and there they get possession, and they are the ball is now in VRS's half, and Gymnasium is on their way to the goal. And there it's VRS's ball, and VRS is running to Gymnasium's half. And there Gymnasium just passed out their ball, and Gymnasium is on their way to the goal of VRS, and they are half into the circle. And there VRS gets the ball, and Gymnasium's trying to defend. And their Gymnasium has the ball, but the ref just blowed. And their Gymnasium has the ball, and they're passing the ball to the goal, and that was very not in the goal.
That is my new favorite expression, very not in the goal. I'm adding that to my list of taglines that I keep in my back pocket. That was a ball out of bounds, obviously, by currently in the hands of Windhoek Gymnasium. Was it out of bounds by the hands of Windhoek High? Yes, it was out of bounds by the hands of Windhoek High. Thank you so much, Francois. And there we have Windhoek High School in possession of the ball, taking possession of the ball, commencing play there.
And Gymnasium has the ball again, and they are in Windhoek High School's half again. Gymnasium is on their way to the goal, but VRS takes over the ball and is running to Gymnasium's half. And there's VRS just slapped the ball across the field and is now in Gymnasium's half.
I must say it's quite an ambient afternoon here. We've got the crowds. We've got some, I believe it's Sean Kingston playing in the background. Do our viewers remember Sean Kingston? And then obviously we have our lovely switch keeping us energized throughout this afternoon. It's really hard to keep the energy up on a Friday afternoon when you've been at work all week or at school all week, but definitely switch is keeping us there and keeping us energized and excited.
Tell me, Irene, what is your favorite switch flavor?
I don't know. I think there's so many, but one of my personal favorites is the dried lemon one. I love dry lemon, just in general. So the dry lemon switch is great for when I need to pick me up in the middle of the day or like later in the day. And then there's a kiwi and hibiscus one that is so delicious and so light that I really, really love. And today I'm enjoying a lemon and ginger switch, which I've never had before. And I personally am not a fan of ginger, but I really, really enjoy this one. I think I'm going to go get me like a whole case when I walk away here. What's your favorite switch?
The dry lemon's also pretty great, but my top one first is jelly babies. It's just such a like it doesn't really have the jelly baby flavor, but it's really good. If you taste it, it's not too sweet, but also not too non-sweet, if I can put it in that way. But yeah, it's really great.
I think that's one of the nice things about Switch is that there is absolutely a flavor for everyone, and I hope that these girls are now enjoying a Switch flavor in their quarter break. This is the end of this quarter. Francois, who suspending your blue school uniform that you wear Monday to Friday, who are you excited to see? What are you excited to see from these teams today?
Today, I would really like to see, except for me being a blower, is to see which team wins the hockey, because later on tonight we have our first teams playing, and that would actually be really surprising to see which team wins. But yeah, go blowers.
I mean, obviously, Windhoek Gymnasium also not a school that makes light of themselves on any sport field, in any sport code. Very, very strong opponents. And I must say, I have respect for anybody who is even willing to take them on a court, let alone somebody who is able to beat them. So if Windhoek High School can take this one home, I guess I'm a blower too for that bit there, because obviously Windhoek Gymnasium is known as this very strong sports school. Windhoek High School also known as sort of like having very, very good spirit in general, so that trickles down into team spirit, which obviously has an effect on your play, on how you show up on the field. I think that cohesion, that synergy between teammates, to where you have almost like a friendship, to be able to give each other a look and know that this is this person's next move, I need to be in place. I think that is very important. That is Windhoek High School and Windhoek Gymnasium taking back to the court for the second quarter of this match.
Gymnasium just pass the ball back to their defenders, and they are competing against VRS to come into VRS's side of the field. And I see Gymnasium already got into the VRS side of the field, and they are playing to the goal. The ball is in VRS's hand at the moment, and the umpire just reffed. Gymnasium is almost into VRS's circle and is on their way to the goal, and VRS's goalie is trying her best to keep the ball out of the goal.
Here we see some chatter between the Vintage Gymnasium girls, obviously, hopefully, probably strategizing. If it's not strategizing, it is tea time talk, and we also like to see that on the court because at the end of the day, that's what sport's about. It's not about winning or losing or punching somebody on the court, God forbid. It is about just enjoying the moment that you and the 90 minutes or so that you get to spend with your people, your kind, your feather.
There you go. VRS's goalie just defended a ball that Gymnasium tried to get into the goal. But VRS is strong on their way to Gymnasium's goal and is almost there. And their Gymnasium gets the hand of the ball again. And they are trying their best to get into the way of Gymnasium's way. That was very fast. I must say they were very fast this past few seconds that just passed.
It really is one of those moments where like it kind of hits like a bullet from a gun, where it, like sort of the sound waves just keep traveling and you're sitting there and you have to register by the sound waves because you did not see the shot.
Yes, of course.
Sheldon? That is Windhoek High School in possession of the ball.
That is Windhoek Gymnasium in possession of the ball. Windhoek Gymnasium absolutely dashing for that ball, struggling to make it past the opponent there. Strong defense from Windhoek High School. Our umpire has intervened there, giving the advantage to Gymnasium. That is now Gymnasium's ball. Gymnasium gives a long shot forward. Does it pay off for them? Let's find out. Oh, our umpire has intervened once again. That is Gymnasium in possession of the ball. Strong shot forward for Gymnasium. Windhoek High School tries to take possession there. Gymnasium fighting equally hard to keep their ball. That is Gymnasium in possession of the ball at the umpire's call. Gymnasium trying to make it into their goal territory now, and they are in, but that's a ball out of bounds. That is Windhoek High School playing from the short corner. Gymnasium takes possession of the ball there. Windhoek High School fought hard for that one. That is a stray ball. Who does it belong to? Let's find out. That is Gymnasium taking possession of the ball from the sideline. Gymnasium gives a shot forward. Good shot there, strong shot. That is Gymnasium sending the ball forward. Absolutely just magnificently dodging the opponents there. But Windhoek High School manages to intervene. That is Windhoek High School taking possession of the ball there. Gymnasium fights back. Gymnasium sends a shot forward. Does it pay off for them? Yes, it does. Gymnasium still in possession of the ball there. Gymnasium struggling to make it to their goal territory, and our umpire has intervened there, giving the advantage to Windhoek High School. That is now a Windhoek High School ball. Windhoek High School struggling to make it past an opponent. Windhoek Gymnasium takes possession of the ball. Windhoek High School takes possession, but our umpire intervenes. Gymnasium takes possession of the ball. Now in their goal territory, Windhoek High School takes it back, struggling to make it far. Gymnasium takes possession of that ball.
And the Gymnasium has the hand of the ball, and VRS is trying their best to get the ball and run into Gymnasium's side of the field. But it seems that Gymnasium has the ball, and the umpire has just interfered. I see there's some music in the background that's really amazing. What's your opinion on it, Irene?
I mean, I am an absolute sucker for the 2010s. I mean, Bruno Mars makes my heart skip a beat. Have you seen that man smile? Like, girl. Okay, so I really do enjoy me some Bruno Mars, and I do enjoy me some hockey. And I think we are now seeing the beginnings of tactics in this game. I think the first quarter was kind of just feeling the other teams play and seeing what they were up to, and now we are properly sort of like starting to form a tactic and starting to move in one way or another.
Yes, absolutely. And there you can see that Gymnasium is also trying their best to get the ball into the goal, but they didn't do it. And their Gymnasium has the ball, and they are starting. And there VRS has the ball again, but Gymnasium is also trying their best to get the ball off VRS. And VRS is trying their best to get the ball out of their goal territory. And Gymnasium's also trying their best to get the ball into the goal. And there VRS has the ball going out of the goal territory, and their Gymnasium has the ball again, And there the umpire has their VRS is running with the ball on their way to Gymnasium's goal territory, and they just shot the ball, and it.
We will verify from the scoreboard if that does count as a goal, but it seems no, it wasn't a goal, but it is now. Look at us. That is a goal for Windhoek High School. Congratulations, ladies. As I said, very excited to see you on the court after what you managed to achieve during the NSSU hockey season. That is the end of this quarter. Currently, our scoreboard is at 1-0 in the favor of our host school, Windhoek High School. There we see our umpires convening. There we have the Gymnasium girls starting to look just a tad bit defeated, don't you think? Maybe not. Maybe I'm imagining it. Windhoek High School, those girls look fierce. Those girls look angry. They look like they want to win. Maybe the Gymnasium girls are just taking a rest. Maybe they're going to give us all the power, all the tactic, all the play, all the defense, all the attack in the final two quarters. A sneak attack, if you will. What do you think of the play tactics so far? What have you been able to identify that is being used in this game so far?
So far, I've seen that VRS likes to play around the sides to get past Gymnasium, and Gymnasium likes to play in the inside out, if I can put it in that way. But yeah, I think both of them are really good tactics. And yes.
Okay, so while we discuss some tactics a little bit more to share with you, we are quickly going to go enjoy an ad break. Stay tuned to NTV and the Namibia Media Holdings platforms. And we are back readying for the action between Windhoek High School and Windhoek Gymnasium at the annual Inter-High. Currently, Windhoek High School's second girls team leading at 1-0 against Gymnasium's girls' second team. And we have had playoff, that is Gymnasium in possession of the ball. Windhoek High following behind. Are they able to get possession of that ball? They are fighting hard to get possession of that ball, surely. That is Windhoek High School in possession of the ball. Long shot for Windhoek High School, pays off well for them. Not a very strong shot, but a long one. Our umpire has intervened. And that is advantage for Windhoek High School. Windhoek High School sending the ball forward. That is a ball out of bounds. And that is Gymnasium in possession of the ball there. Umpires have intervened, giving the advantage to Windhoek Gymnasium. Our umpire has once again intervened. That is Gymnasium continuing playoff there. Windhoek High School in possession of the ball. Struggling for an opportunity. A little bit of a slow-paced game at the moment. Nice flick action there from Windhoek High School and beautiful interception there from Windhoek Gymnasium. Gymnasium in possession of the ball. Windhoek High School fighting hard for that one. That is a ball almost out of bounds. Saved by not the bell this time, but Gymnasium. That is Gymnasium taking possession of the ball there. No, that is a Windhoek High School ball. Our umpire has once again intervened, calling us a few steps back. That is Windhoek Gymnasium in possession of the ball. Gymnasium still in possession of the ball. Windhoek High School trying to get to that ball. Windhoek High School trying very hard. In possession of the ball now. Gymnasium takes possession of the ball. They are carrying it forward. There is one last chance for Windhoek High School, and that is not a goal. Francois, we are still young into the third quarter. It's still a young quarter, small. How are you feeling about this quarter so far?
I think WHS is trying their best to defend against Gymnasium. As I can see a lot, the past few minutes that just passed, Gymnasium is all up in WHS's goal territory, and WHS is trying their best to get Gymnasium out of the territory.
Why are you all up in my goal territory? Acting all cray. No, but I think there is definitely a strong attack. We heard from Windhoek High School's coach, Windhoek Gymnasium's coach, sorry, before this match. We heard that they are a little bit stronger on the attack. I think they're doing well at retaining the ball in their sort of end of the field, but carrying it through to the goal box. It's almost like the WHS girls in the center of the field and at the opponent's goal box kind of like jolt a little. And they're like, no!
Yeah.
That is Gymnasium playoff. That is Windhoek High School in possession of the ball. Beautiful shot there for Windhoek High School, and it worked out well. I think the most beautiful shots are the ones that work out. You can have the ugliest play there, but if it works out, that was a good shot. That is beautiful hockey. Although a player practically flinging herself off the court, not so beautiful, but beautiful hockey. That is a gymnasium player from outside their opponent's goal territory. A little bit of a missed flick there. Windhoek High School tries to intervene, and they have got it. Gymnasium takes it right back. That is hot and heavy on this frickin' court right now. That is Windhoek Gymnasium. That is Windhoek High School in possession of the ball. Windhoek High School absolutely fighting hard for it. Windhoek Gymnasium takes possession. Windhoek High School takes it right back. Windhoek High School in possession of the ball. Windhoek Gymnasium right there to take it back. That is our umpire who has given the okay for Windhoek Gymnasium to go ahead. Windhoek High School intervenes there. That is Windhoek High School trailing after the ball, which is theirs to play in from the sideline. I have a little trade out.
I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a lot of back and forth movement in this game. What's your opinion about it?
I like to see back and forth because it shows me that there's like teams that are relatively on each other's level. Like, it's not fun to see one team absolutely obliterate another team, you know? That's what we want to see as spectators from the sport, is to see teams who are roughly at the same level and then be able to say, according to the score, this team was the better team on this day. And that, especially with Windhoek High School and Windhoek Gymnasium, is always nice to see, because these are two teams that don't really get to play against each other very often outside of the inter-high. So it's really nice to see them at the inter-high and to see these absolute like sort of strengths that I would say are generally roughly equal go up against each other. That back and forth just indicates that the attack and the defense are roughly equal, you know? Oh, we're getting some short corner action.
I see there's a small meeting going on with the gymnasium girls.
What do you think they're discussing? I don't think it's each other's hair.
I think they are discussing the moves they're going to make towards Windhoek High School.
What do you think needs to come out of the short corner for them?
I think they're trying their best to get into the goal. The WHS has the ball.
Beautiful, magnificent. That is how it should be done. Love that shot. Thank you, NTV team. That is amazing.
Amazing shot.
Some amazing play here. Windhoek High School absolutely not letting Gymnasium have that ball, but Gymnasium wants it anyways, and they have it. Windhoek High School fighting very, very hard for it. That is Gymnasium back in possession. This is crazy. And that is a goalie trying their level best to defend, and the game turns around. This is really a blink and you'll miss it game.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
is.
This is like everything in this game. They could have really just shortened this game to like 2 minutes, because everything happens within 2 minutes.
Yeah, they're very fast, not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're kind of like really, really slow, taking their time, you know, just hanging out on the field or on the AstroTurf, you know, as gals do, you know. But then the next moment, like, it all happens. Francois, I must say, you are quite popular. You have had a lot of visitors here at the MyZone NTV set up next to the AstroTurf.
I guess I'm popular. I like, as you saw when we walked, just walked to the trailer. A lot of people greeted me on the way there, and I guess I'm popular.
I wish. Imagine being in high school, being like an awkward teenager, and being to be like, oh my gosh, I guess I am popular. I
Yes,
was
of
not
course.
popular. Tell us the secret.
I guess it's just how you express yourself around people. I mean, I'm an introverted extrovert, so that's I'm more of an inside person, but I also like being out. Like I like being myself around people that I don't even know. Like earlier, we when we introduced each other, I'm really about myself, and you're also really about yourself. But it's really it takes you to be out there.
Okay, that sounded a lot like word salad. I'll ponder over those words tonight because I am also looking to be popular. Because girl, it's not going good right now. I love seeing the passion of those coaches and the players on the sideline. It's like they're more involved in the game than the actual players who
The
are
actual
playing the
players,
game.
yeah.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is our buzzer. That was this game. Thank you so much for joining us on NTV and the Namibia Media Holdings platforms. We still have one quarter left. This is the end of this match. Thank you so much for joining us on NTV and the This is the final quarter between Windhoek High School and Windhoek Gymnasium's girls. That is Windhoek Gymnasium commencing playoff. Windhoek High School makes it look easy to intervene. They're just like,
Yeah, it's just
Just
we do
like-
it every day.
yeah, just like, ugh, this again. That is Windhoek High School in possession of the ball. Windhoek Gymnasium dashing for it. That is Gymnasium in possession of the ball. Our gameplay has slowed down a little bit again. And that is a ball out of bounds over the back line. That is Gymnasium sending the ball on. A little bit of a tumble there, but we get back up. That was a hard fight and a ball out of bounds over the back line. That is Gymnasium in possession of the ball, struggling to keep it. Windhoek High School fighting hard for it, intercepting there. Windhoek High School absolutely dashing to keep up with that ball. That is Windhoek High School. Beautiful, beautiful gameplay there. Gymnasium intercepts. Can Windhoek High School take it back? Our umpire has intervened there. I think maybe these teams leave a little bit of too much of a gap. I think there's one player that they depend on to be in a certain place, and they have their backups, but the backups maybe are a step or two too far behind. Gymnasium taking possession from the sidelines there. Beautiful pass for Gymnasium right into their opponent's hands. Windhoek High School struggling to keep that ball though. And we are still in play at the back line. That seems very much to be a goal. Let's just confirm with the organizers. The Davin Trusco Field scoreboard has not changed, so thus far officially Windhoek High School does not have another goal, but they are still leading at 1-0. We are going to look at a replay now of that moment, sponsored by Switch. That very much looked like a goal. There the scoreboard has changed. That was indeed a goal that we saw there. Windhoek High School currently leading at 2-0 against Windhoek Gymnasium. How does that make our resident blower feel?
It makes me feel great, honestly. But also, sometimes you feel a bit sorrow for the opponents for not getting a point. But yeah, I wish the best of luck to Gymnasium playing against our second team goals.
I mean, nobody likes a sore winner. It's good to know if you at least feel bad for the other team. Sounds boastful, but I can tell our viewers he doesn't mean to be boastful.
At least if they have a point, they have something to brag about, if I can put it in that sense. At least they worked hard enough to get that point.
Yeah, I think their hockey dresses are enough to brag about. Those are cool. Those are really cool. Like, we shouldn't be playing Fashion Police on this AstroTurf, but we are. We are the lawmakers now. Haha. That is Gymnasium sending the ball forward. Beautiful pass for Gymnasium. Beautiful catch as well. Windhoek High School trying to get their say in this game. That is beautiful interception from Windhoek High School. Windhoek High School sending it forward into a crowd of Gymnasium players. Gymnasium takes possession. That is their number 9 player who took possession there. That is Fiona van Koenen. And that is Windhoek High School now in their goal territory by the hands of their number 1 player. That is Jemima Becker. There we have Windhoek High School's number 5 player, Liani van Sail, sending the ball forward. Although nothing comes out of it. Although we are hearing from the crowds that WHS is quote-unquote warm. That is Windhoek High School number 10 player Chloe Mouton taking possession of the ball. They're sending it forward. Windhoek High School still in possession of the ball, sending it forward now. That is Windhoek High School number 8 sending it forward, and that is Andrea Olofsson fighting hard to get that ball into the goal box. That is Gymnasium taking possession, sending it on. Windhoek High School's Liani van Sail sends it to her teammates there.
I must say these girls are very hardworking on the field. What's your opinion on them?
The only word I have in my mind during this entire game is an Afrikaans word, and the word is uitmergelen. Like, they are really just taking one another to the ringer in this game.
Yeah, they're out there.
They are working hard. And that is unfortunately not a goal for our lovely Gymnasium girls. Windhoek High School takes possession of the ball. That is Windhoek High School sending the ball forward. Was supposed to be a long shot, ended up not being. That is a hockey stick sent flying. Windhoek Gymnasium now trying to make it to their goal box. Windhoek High School trying to get in there. It's a very stop-start game.
Motion, yeah.
Yeah. That is Gymnasium taking the ball out of a short corner. Our umpire has given an advantage there to Windhoek High School. Windhoek High School in possession of the ball. Beautiful gameplay there. Beautiful shot. Fantastic catch. Gymnasium intervenes there. Our umpire has awarded advantage there. We're taking the gameplay a few steps back.
Irene, I want to ask, how would you feel if you were on the Astro playing?
Frustrated. I was one of those players, I hate to say this, and I hate to say this on TV, but I was one of those players who would scope out the game, see if I liked the game, and if I didn't like the game, I would kind of just chill in the back and wait for the ball to come to me. I'm not chasing after a ball that's going to evade me all the time anyways. Like, work smarter, not harder. So I'd chill in the back. I'd be so frustrated in the back. I'd be acting like I was on the sidelines yelling at the players from the back of the Astro, where I am also playing. How would you feel? What do you think?
I would definitely be exhausted by now because this running around honestly makes me nauseous. I don't know if I would ever be able to do that. I would definitely already have passed out.
I think that's why, the fitness training, everybody hates the fitness training. Everybody hates, for our team, it was Mondays. Mondays was fitness training. and we couldn't stand it, and everybody was coincidentally sick on a Monday, but that doesn't sound sick on the court. This is literally in the last minute of this game, in the last half a minute of this game. It seems we have achieved something. And that is Windhoek High School playing off from the center. So clearly, by the cheers we just heard and the cheers we are hearing, the players are not exhausted.
Of course not. I think also the cheering from the side also adds on to the players' emotions on the field. Some players might enjoy it if their parents are watching them and supporting them and their friends, but also some players do not prefer having distractions.
I did not prefer that because if anybody watches me do anything, I will do it wrong. Like if you watch me breathing, I will breathe wrong. Don't make me nervous. So currently we have Windhoek High School keeping this one at home. How does that make the resident blower feel?
It makes me feel I'm very happy for the Windhoek High School girls, hockey girls, but I would also like to thank Gymnasium. They played very well, and yeah.
Yeah, I think I say this a lot, but the Afrikaans word kragmeting is such a beautiful word to me, because that is what games like these are, where it's not like you can look at it and be like, okay, this is the stronger team, they are going to annihilate the others, but they are properly measuring up their strengths against one another and seeing who will be victorious. So today was Windhoek High School. Next time it may be Gymnasium. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. You're not very eager to say we'll see.
A year has to come for us to see that. So
yeah, but I think. Okay, so we have a full-time score of 2-1 in the favor of Windhoek High School. Thank you so much for joining us on the Namibia Media Holdings platforms, including NTV. I have been Irene Marie van der Walt.
And Fransja Malan.
Thank you so much for joining us.